Hello everyone, I just wanted to go through the overview of our tools and our services which are available for everyone as a 2-week trial, and then that trial can turn into a membership of whatever you want. You can go to our website and check out different plans we have. As you can see on the chart, we've got a few different indicators which come in this package. I don't want to explain too much about each and every indicator. Just an overview would be, you can see these arrows pointing down or up. These are the trendsetter indicators which tell you the mini trend. Then we've got the stop line, which is this dotted line. The stop line indicator is useful not only for the stops, but also, to get into a trade. It might be too early to get into a trade if it has not crossed yet. Also, we've got the oscillator at the bottom, which is basically helpful to pick out divergences. You can use the show divergence button to show you divergences, but in my view, divergences are not trades as per se. They're just an indication of trade, and by turning on the divergence indicator, it just confuses us and makes a bias in our mind that it might be a trade, whereas I like to pick them up manually and then trade accordingly after it sets up. The other thing which we have here is a trend line, which is a custom trend line and can be used to draw a trend line anywhere on the chart. And then whenever it's crossed by price, it will give you an alert indicating that it has crossed. The other indicator you see here is a signal, which is whenever the arrow shows the direction of the new trend, it will show some dots indicating that price has retraced back to it, because we follow the rule that price, whenever sets up a new trend, retraces a little bit and then moves forward. And we take advantage of that retracement to find a precise entry. As we all know, in day trading, precise entries are basically the difference between success and failure. Now, the most important strategy / indicator what we have here is the WB Automate, which helps us making decisions. Now, when you become a member, you get a set of rules and a set of setups which basically tells the users when to trade and when not to trade. But these tools can also be used in your own trading system as of right now, because say, for example, you were a trader who would trade if there is a support line break, you can use our trend line to draw a support line, say here, this being a support line, and when this breaks at this point, you can set up that you would short at the break of a trend line, at the cross of a trend line, and at this point when it breaks, it automatically would trade for you. You don't have to miss a trade, you don't have to be early, you don't have to be anticipating and in anxiety. You just press the buttons and just let it happen. The other thing you would see is a normal mode. This was the trend line mode I just went through. The other thing is a normal mode, which kind of tells you to only trade when the trend has changed into a new trend, which is the new arrow shows up, and then price retraces to the nearest EMA and gets a dot. So if you already know at this point that the price has made lower lows and it is now a short no matter what, not saying that it will not be a long, it could be, but the odds of this right now is the price will go down more. All you got to do is turn on the short and then press this retrace signal, and it will just trade whenever the new short sets up at this dot sign. The other way of trading it would be to the cross, meaning that when it crosses the stop line. So there's a lot of flexibility within the system. You can set up the number of contracts, you can set up the number of stop you're ready to take, you can set a target, you can set when you want to break even the trade by moving the stop up once it has reached certain number of ticks. You can even set up the number of targets. So say for example, if you've got 3 contracts riding and you don't want to get out at 17 ticks with all 3, but you want to do different number of ticks for different targets, you can specify the target number and will give you 3 targets on the chart, which you can then move as you want for however amount of ticks you want. You can always move the stops, you can always move the targets without any issues. If you see other videos of us trading in the room every day, you'll see how I move the stops and the targets. The number of candles and the number of ticks written is that the number of candles you want to wait for the retracement, or the number of ticks you want to wait to cross the stop line. Again, shows another amount of flexibility he's got. And moreover, like once you sign up for the free trial for 2 weeks, you not only get access to all these indicators, but also to our live trading room where I go through each setup every day for an hour and a half right at open of the markets, where I go, where I would take 1 or 2 trades according to our system using the semi-automated system. It makes things very easier and relaxed, and come check us out. Once you're in the room, you will have a better understanding on how everything is working. There's a no obligation trial. You can cancel anytime. You don't have to become a member after the trial. So, you don't have much to lose, but everything to gain. So, thank you guys for listening to my blabber for a bit, and hope to see you guys on the other side. Take care.